before, but I think you're going to enjoy the journey. Give them a minute to finish that up. So while we're waiting, you want to just take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. I tell you, inhale and exhale, and there's coughing. Maybe a little breath in and a little exhale. Whatever you need to do to get yourself centered and balanced in this moment, in the here and now. From that center of balance, that place of balance in your center, it's usually in your heart space, behind the breastbone and in front of the spine, that very center of your being. From that central place of awareness, notice your body. Just be aware of your body. No judgment. Just be aware. And as you experience your physical form, find deep gratitude for your life. You're alive, you're breathing, you're here. And every moment we have the breath of life, we have power. Sometimes we feel powerless in our world because we feel like we don't have any choices. But coming to this central location creates and builds that energetic power. And now open the portal at the top of your head. This is your willingness to connect more fully, more deeply with Spirit. It's always open. But as your willingness expands, that energy portal expands, and you can connect into an energy portal above your head that will allow you even further access, even brighter connection. Perhaps the portal that opens for you today is golden, or perhaps it's silver, or perhaps it's white, or iridescent, or blue, or green, or red, or orange, or purple. Whatever color you're experiencing, whatever vibration that manifests itself as a color is exactly what you need right now. Even if you don't particularly know what it might mean for you, just receive that connection. And as you make that connection, then this living light of love pours down into the top of your head. As that pours down into the top of your head, this energy touches your mind. And any absolutes, any judgments, any criticisms, they just dissipate in the light of this love. They don't fit anymore. You can just allow them to go. Letting more and more love and light touch your third eye now. This is right on your forehead. And then right above your eyebrows are your discernment centers. There's one above each eyebrow. Let this living light of love touch those and the occipital lobes at the back of your head. This is your perception circuit. And if your perceptions have been locked down, let this living light of love unlock them. Allow them to open. Allow them to expand. It's safe for you to perceive things in a new way. Letting more and more love and light touch your ears, your jaw, your mouth, your tongue, your throat. This is your communication circuit. This allows you to speak your truth. It also allows you to hear someone else's truth, and you don't have to change it. They get to believe whatever they believe. It doesn't have to be your truth. And you don't have to fix it. You don't have to change it. You can just be in your truth very gently and powerfully. Letting more and more love and light flow down into your shoulders. We carry a ton of tension in our shoulders. I want to roll your shoulders to release that. And as that releases, more and more of this living light of love can flow down into your arms and into your hands. Notice the energy in your hands. This gives you the power to choose to make anything you do worthy. If you pronounce it as worthy, it's worthy work. May not necessarily be fun, but it's worthy because you're choosing to do it. Bringing more and more of this loving light and let it fill your heart space. Let it amplify your heart space. Let it feed that heart space. Let it empower that center of empowerment for you. You are more powerful than you know. And let more and more of this living light of love flow into all aspects of your body. Let it touch every organ, every system, every tissue, every fiber, every cell, even down into the cells, down into your DNA, strengthening, revitalizing, igniting with a new passion, a new joy. Letting more love and light flow into your legs, down into your feet. And as a vessel of light, more and more love will flow through you and into your energy field that surrounds your body. If you feel like there's anything that is a burden to you or unnecessary for you at this time, open the portals at the bottoms of your feet and that energy that is unwanted will just fall out away from you. It's heavy, it's dense. Now that you're filled with this light, all of that other can just fall away from you. See it fall deeply into the earth, where the core of the earth receives it and transforms it into neutral energy. And now gently close the bottoms of your feet and let's take a little walk. Find yourself in an old factory center. There's lots of factories, lots of businesses, a lot of warehouses. And there's a warehouse at the top of the hill. Do you see that one? It's big, it's huge. Allow yourself to walk up the hill and go to this big warehouse. And you see the doors open. The sign says, "Come in." So you go in. There are all kinds of things here. There's ancient artifacts here. There's modern tools here. There's old books and writings here. There's ancient jewelry here. And as you find yourself wandering around amongst all of these interesting and fascinating things, you will find yourself drawn to a particular thing in this warehouse. And whether it's a big thing or a little thing, you know that this is important for you. It has spiritual significance for you, even if you may not know what it means for you right now. And you notice there's a sign that says, "Free, take it." And you realize this has been left here for you. And you have a right to receive this. If it's a huge item, you can shrink-a-dinky it down into a small thing that you can carry in your hand. Or you can take just a picture of it with you. Whatever you feel is right for you is what's right for you. So receive this instrument, tool, artifact, whatever it is, receive this with great gratitude. And allow yourself to wander back through the stacks of things fascinating place. You feel like you might want to come back here again just to look and see what's here for you. But as you get back to the door, you notice that there's a little table. And you feel it's really important for you to leave something here. Whether it's a word or a thought, maybe you want to write a little note on a note card and leave it there. Or maybe you have some symbolic object that you would like to leave as a statement of gratitude. What you leave as a gratitude has deep significance for you spiritually, even if you may not know what it means right now. So leave this gift, and with this beautiful giving and receiving in equal measure, allow yourself to step out of the warehouse, walk down the hill, past the other factories, and walk back into this time and space, back into the here and now, back into your physical form. You might want to stretch a little bit, wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Welcome back. That was a quick trip. Does anyone have any questions about their guided meditation? What they received? Yes, ma'am. Let me bring you a microphone. Get her first. Yes, ma'am.
I received a heart created from a large pearl.
Ooh.
And I left behind an arrow with turquoise feathers interlaced with peacock feathers.
Okay, so a heart forged or formed from a pearl. Pearl has to do with, symbolically, has to do with your truth. The pearl of great price is truth. So it's really important because this is a heart shape. It's really important for you to listen to the truth of your heart. You know, your brain may be telling you something that's not true anymore. So let your heart speak to you and guide your mind. And once your heart and your mind are together, then you're unstoppable, which is why you left the arrow. What you leave is symbolic of what you came here to do. And you have an arrow. And an arrow is, you take aim. So there's a target. Do you have a new goal set for yourself? Are you in a process of setting a new goal? She's nodding her head yes. So this is launching that, or letting you know if you can follow the truth of your heart, you can target and you can go. The fact that it was peacock feathers and turquoise. Turquoise is this beautiful Native American stone. We attribute it to the Native Americans because they utilize it so much. It has such a beautiful power, empowering, self-empowering. So you have the power within yourself to accomplish whatever your goal is. The peacock feather has to do with being able to see and perceive beyond reality. So you can see the truth beyond what's physically, structurally here. Does that make sense to you? Okay, you want to pass it forward?
I received what looked like a horn from like a ram. It was very large. Mm-hmm. And then I gave a very large pearl.
Oh, there's another pearl. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this horn is about how they would announce the arrival of dignitaries or royalty. So there's some things that you need to say that people need to hear. Do you feel the truth of that? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's time to speak. Time to speak what you know. And to leave the pearl as you're ready to leave these pearls of wisdom. You're ready to share. Do you have another book you're writing?
I have one started.
You have one started. So know that this is important. It's important stuff. And the people that you interact with on a daily basis are ready to hear these pearls of wisdom, and it's time. Make it known. Get the call out there. Does you have a ring true on that?
It's very good. Yeah.
Anybody else on this side? Or there's some over. Okay, you want to take there, and then we'll go to the other side.
I received there was a lady spinning on a spinning wheel, and I thought the spinning wheel was my thing, and she said no and gave me a spool of thread. And then I left a letter opener.
Okay, cool. Let's stump the psychic. So a spool of thread from someone who is spinning. So this is natural, raw. It feels to me like you're being called back to some old traditional ways. That there's things that you need to do, that you need to weave together. The thread is sewed together, put together. Concepts of the old ways and the new ways, and harmonize them. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. And what did you leave?
A letter opener.
A letter opener. Okay, so this is going to open things up for people. You know, breaking the seal, breaking through tradition. You know, you don't want just tradition for tradition's sake, but there are old ways that it's time for them to be implemented now in a new way. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because it's making sense. Over here. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I received, it looked like an eye necklace, like an Egyptian eye, very
Uh-huh.
detailed. And I gave back a painting with broken wings on it.
A painting of
Broken wings?
broken wings. Okay. All right, so this Egyptian eye is very powerful. I'm not really into Egyptian lore, but what I'm feeling and getting from that is that this gives you the eye of perception. You can see when other people are hurting. And the painting of broken wings, this is being able to identify pain, somebody else's sorrow, being able to recognize it and allow it to heal. Allow them to experience it and allow them to heal. Does that make sense? Sometimes holding sacred ground for someone who's hurting is powerful. And you don't have to say anything, you don't have to do anything, just be there. Does that make sense? So you have this ability to be there for people, and you can see when where you're needed. And you'll go there and be a minister in that regard. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
And your art can be a part of that healing process. Yes, you will. Why not?
What I received was a giant amethyst geode that was like a seat.
Oh, cool. I want one of those.
Yeah, I know, me too. And then what I gave back was it kind of morphed into a gold heart.
Okay, so this amethyst seat, amethysts represent divine connection. So you're ready to take a seat. You're ready to be enveloped by divine love. You're ready to receive more of that on a higher level, okay, than perhaps you have before in the past. And the gold heart, this is being willing to put your heart into something, but it's also being able to see the value of what you do. And know that whatever you're doing has great value. And you can help others see their value as a result. Is that ring true? You want to pass it back? Straight back. Long arms. There we go.
I received a balance, a scale with
Oh.
the little water things in there.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And
A level?
Yeah, and then I gave back nesting dolls, Russian nesting dolls.
So I love those things. It's my favorite. My grandkids, their favorite toy is I have these little cats that are nesting cats. I don't know where I got those. But did you give those to me, Mary? If anybody did, it was Mary. But they're really fun because, you know, inside each one. So the first one was what? I'm sorry, what did you?
A scale.
A scale. Oh, the balance scale. Okay, so, and the little bubble things?
Right.
That's about being level-headed. So this is balancing your head and your heart so that you're level-headed and you're balanced emotionally because you have a lot to share. And coming from that place of balance, not out of have to, not out of neediness, but because you're feeling balanced and it's your choice. Does that make sense to you? And you gave back, you gave back the nesting dolls. Oh, okay. So what I'm getting on that is that you are willing to open up as people as, how can I say this? Let me say this way and backtrack. Sometimes we give all of ourselves to people, and it's too much and they don't honor it. But this is allowing you to open yourself a little bit because you're gaining trust. You just moved here, so you're learning to trust people, learning who can be your friend, all of that sort of thing. So as people open up to you, you can open up to them. And as they open up, you can open up. And that keeps you safe, but this is an opening process. So allowing you to open at your pace as you feel safe to do so. So keeping you safe and protected in that process. Does that make sense?
Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
For me, there was a treasure chest with jewelry, and one was a cuff, a silver cuff that had the infinity
Oh, cool.
on the cuff, and it just attached itself like it had always been there.
Oh, wow, cool.
And then when I left, again, a string of pearls.
Oh,
And I
lots
didn't
of
even
pearls
notice she had
today.
pearls on. It was just, yeah, and I didn't notice.
Oh, my.
but yeah, it was
How
a
fun
string
is
of
that?
pearls. Mm-hmm.
This cuff, there may be some past life stuff attached to that. You might want to pursue looking at that. But it feels like a silver cuff. Silvers are very reflective. The infinity sign is connecting you to the expanse of time, or beyond time. So it's like recognizing your soul has always been here, always will be here. There's the eternity of that. So you have this big sense of the world and life being bigger than what we see, correct? This is giving you the opportunity to claim that and work with that and live with that and be that. Does that make sense to you? That's really powerful. I feel like I'm about ready to cry. I don't know about you. So that's powerful stuff. You might want to pursue a past life situation, past life regression.
Yeah, the silver cup is part of the armor. So it could also, on top of that, talk about the, especially when it's on the arms, being protecting oneself and having self-worth enough to do so.
Awesome. Very cool. Take that on if it works for you. Way cool. Now, there's someone behind you. Thank you, Shannon. Appreciate your insights. Oh, pearls. And where were the pearls? They were what you left? Again, you have wisdom to share. You don't have to share it all with everyone, but this person will get a pearl, and that person will get a pearl, and this person will get a pearl. So share what you know. You have big things to share. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, what I picked up was a pickaxe.
A what?
A pickaxe.
A pickaxe.
With on the handle, it was just kind of scattered with turquoise.
Okay, turquoise again, this self-worth, this valuing yourself. The pickaxe is saying you're going to get to it. Just dig in, go for it. There's big treasure for you to find. It's going to take some effort, but you got it. You've got this. Just go for it. Just start picking away at those old patterns that don't serve you anymore. Breakthrough. You're having a breakthrough. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Not a breakdown, but a breakthrough.
Right. And I left, it was a piece of bright green velvety moss with black soil still attached to the bottom.
Moss with black soil. So what I'm getting on the moss for you is this cushion. So you have a bit of a cushion. As sharp and as hard as the pickaxe was, you have a cushion that not only is this for you, but it's also for others, that others feel safe around you. And the soil attached is allowing you nourishment or nutrients or support. So you're not just hanging out there all by yourself. You have the support that you need. And it gets to be soft, it gets to be easy, and this is probably about healing. So there's some healing of old wounds that even though you're taking the pickaxe to some old patterns that you're destroying and you're breaking through, you get to have this soft healing energy around you. So it gets to be gentle and easy. Does that make sense? Anybody else? One way in the back. Thank you.
So what I received was an ancient pendant about the size of a sand dollar with a unicorn on it.
A unicorn?
And what I gave back was keys.
Keys. So the unicorn has to do with enchantment and the impossible and mystery and magic and wonderful wonderment. So things get to be fun and things get to be unexpected and delightful. And there's a lot of power with that unicorn. And a unicorn only attaches itself to someone who is has truth and innocence. So being in that state of innocence is really going to be important for you. And tell me again what you gave back?
Keys.
Keys. Well, obviously they're for unlocking things. Are you buying a new car?
It's in the plan.
Okay, so normally I don't get car with keys, but I got a car this time for you. So one is being prepared for you that'll work for you really well. That will be of good service to you. But there's other things, other doors that you're going to be opening with this sense of innocence and this sense of delight and enchantment.
Because it was a big ring of keys.
A
It wasn't
big
like
ring of
a
keys.
key.
Okay, so again, I think there's a car involved with that, but I also think that, when you have a big ring of keys like that, often that's related to jail cells. So there are people who are locked down, like what we were talking about today, you're locked down in their old patterns of thought, and you have the keys to help them unlock and set them free. Make sense? Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Phil?